Chapter 9. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, Smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. And the Lord God of hosts is he that toucheth the land, and it shall melt. And all that dwell therein shall mourn, and it shall rise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt. It is he that buildeth his stories in the heaven, and hath founded his troop in the earth. He that calleth for the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Kir? Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by thy name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of the people of Israel. And they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Lord thy God. In chapters 9, verses 1 through 6, he talks about the smitten sanctuary. From his dwelling, God will smite all the wicked. Absolutely none will escape. And the interesting thing is, this is the only time when this is going to be fulfilled in the same way that it possibly could be here, is actually at the time of the second coming. When he will come, and the Savior will come with great power and great authority. And it says, no mountain will be high enough, no sea will be deep enough for any sinner to hide in. No matter where they go, he will find them out. In verses 7 through 15, it says he will sift Israel through all nations. There will be no deliverance from them. Verse 8, so only a remnant of them will remain, and that will not be because they are worthy of it. That will be because of his mercy and his determination to save a remnant of Jacob. And in verse 9 is a very good reminder to us. No worthy soul will go unnoticed. So regardless of how the situation is where you live, there may be a temporal blessing. In other words, when Nebuchadnezzar came and captured the northern kingdoms, if there were any righteous people there, they were killed. If they weren't taken away, and some of those were killed. But sometimes the righteous suffer with the wicked here on earth. But when the judgment is done, God makes it all right. We have his assurance of that. Now, last but not least, and I know there are some people on the face of the earth who don't like to hear this, but Amos basically makes the point that the temple in Jerusalem will be rebuilt in its proper place. Now, right now, there are other buildings on the spot that we believe is the spot where the temple was. They don't even really know. They believe it is. Wouldn't it be interesting if it was actually in another spot? It was the real spot where the temple was built. But it doesn't really look like it, but the Lord knows for sure. Nobody that's alive now knows. And they're not allowed to dig under there and verify anything. It says the dome of the rock, and this is the rock, but the rock was on the threshing floor which David purchased for the building of the temple. But nobody really knows. It's going to be interesting. Nobody alive really knows. There's no trust or deeds or anything else that says this is the spot. It's just because that they started building it there. Isn't that interesting? It'll be an interesting time to see. Now, in verse 12, it says something. Every righteous soul, whether it is Israelite or a Gentile, who has taken upon himself the name of Christ. Now, that is not something you just decide yourself. That's something where there's an ordinance there. There's a covenant to be made. You need somebody who has the authority to do that. And they just don't decide they're going to do that. They have to have authority from God to do that. Otherwise, can you imagine, we have Moses, give you an idea. We have Moses who spoke to God. He was the prophet. But there were people who opposed Moses. There were people who wanted to take over from Moses. We read the stories. Suppose one of those people had decided that they were going to baptize people in place of Moses. Would the Lord have recognized that? No. If he has an authorized servant or servants, he recognizes what they do because they're on his errand. But if you're self-appointed on his errand, it says in the scriptures, in the last days you will say, Lord, Lord, did we not cast out devils in thy name? And I will say something to the effect of, go away, I never knew you. We don't want to be in a situation like that. We want to make sure that people have authority. And so it basically says, all those who have taken upon themselves the name of Christ will be brought to the kingdom of God. The lands of the earth will give forth their wishes, their righteous riches to Israel, to the people in Israel. And the promises are secure. Look and read in verses 14 to 15. The promises are secure. They are guaranteed. They will happen for sure. Now, the interesting thing is all the things that were supposed to happen in the time following Amos happened within a period of 30 years. All of them. Now, some of the things that he talked about are meant to happen in the last days, and I believe we're in the last days. And I think the things he spoke about are going to happen now. Be interesting to see.